As a rideshare driver, there will always be those times, whether driving for Uber or Lyft, that a customer leaves something behind in your vehicle. But what if there's something left behind is actually alive? What up, folks? Once again, it is your boy Tim with another ride sharing video. I thought this one is kind of funny. I wanted to bring to you because it illustrates a hell of a lot of problems with automated service providing automated service versus human contact. Lyft is in the spotlight on this one. Some of you folks may have heard about this. Comes from an article titled, Lyft's CEO has apologized for its awful response after a driver accidentally drove away with a customer's cat. Now, the story goes such as the passenger was in the back seat and he had the cat in a cat carrier on the floor of the other side of the car. So he's sitting maybe behind the driver and the cat is in a cat carrier on the floor in the seat behind the passenger seat. And when the car arrived to the destination, the passenger got out of the car and the Lyft driver drove off. The passenger got out of the vehicle with full intentions of walking around to the other side, opening up the door and retrieving his cat. But before he could do it, the driver had already took off. Now, here's where the automated service puts in a hurdle where it shouldn't be. And this is why, a lot of folks, particularly yours truly, folks who grew up in the 70s and 80s, we miss the ability to talk to a human. This is the kind of shit that can happen when you have automated service destined to prevent human contact, trying to make robots and AI solve every damn thing when sometimes they simply cannot. The passenger tried to immediately contact the driver, tried to immediately contact Lyft's customer service, and they're getting the bullshit runaround. Now, we all know one of the dreams of us drivers getting paid lackluster pay, we try to develop private clients. And we know that Uber and Lyft, the last thing they want us to do is cut them out of the equation. Because if you can make a private client out of one of your passengers, your pay is going to go up substantially. And you can offer them a huge, deep discount. Because Uber and Lyft takes anywhere from 40 to 80% of every damn fare. So there's plenty of room to give the customer a big discount on a future trip and plenty of room for you to make a lot more money. So Uber and Lyft is trying their best to make sure once a passenger is out of your vehicle, you don't have the ability to contact them, and they really don't want them contacting you. But if you happen to have one of their damn animals, the last thing they want to do is talk to Lyft. They want to talk to you. And this passenger was having a hard time getting in contact with the driver. Showed screenshots. He's begging to get a response. He wants his damn cat back. This happened on September 30th. He didn't get his cat back to October the 2nd. So his cat was gone. What is that? 2-3 days. He didn't get his animal back. A lot of folks in this current environment are treating pets more favorably than humans. There's a lot of people who treat their pet like a member of the damn family. So going 2 or 3 days without your pet is almost like having your damn kid kidnapped. So he's trying to get in contact, and the Lyft's automated service is giving him the same bullshit they give us. Thank you for your patience. We're patiently working on your issue, knowing they don't give a fuck about you. Now, in this case, they actually told him, for us to retrieve your lost item, in this case a live damn cat, it may cost you a small fee for the driver's effort. Now, it sucks to charge somebody to get back something that is alive that they, accidentally left behind. But yours truly as a driver, and I know many of you folks, if a passenger leaves something behind in my vehicle and I'm more than maybe a few minutes away, I do want some type of reward for delivering it back to them. We don't make enough money to do free shit. We don't make enough money to provide charity. The fares are just too damn low. Every time you turn the vehicle on and you drive even a few inches, it costs gas. So returning a passenger's item back to them is at your expense if you don't get any type of reward for it. Let's say you drop a passenger off you're 5, 10 miles or more away from where you dropped them off at, and you find out they left some glasses, a wallet, or purse or something in your car, to drive it back to them, that's 5, 10 miles worth of gas at your expense. So anytime you take something back to a passenger, it's at your expense. So Uber and Lyft realizes that a lot of drivers, if they're forced to return some shit back for free, might tell the business, I don't see it in my car. As opposed to me losing $2 or $3 in fuel, I don't see what they're claiming they left behind. I checked my car, there's nothing in it. Now, a whole fucking cat, you do want to give them their cat back. But once again, in this case, the passenger was told by automated message he may have to pay as much as $20. So what the passenger did to really embarrass the hell out of Lyft is he posted a picture of his cat with the explanation of what happened, pictured here. You see the cat, you see the story of him leaving it behind. Hell of a lot of pet lovers in this country. So the post went viral, up to and including the CEO being notified. You got a driver out there that took somebody's damn cat, and it could be really hurting the business if they don't return this person's pet. So finally, once shit went to that level, now you're getting human interaction. And surprise, surprise, it didn't take long to get in contact with the driver and find out whose cat was left behind. Now, here's the other problem. The driver should have gave the man his damn cat back. But once again, because Uber and Lyft make it so damn hard to get in contact with passengers once you've completed the ride, he has to now try to go through Lyft's customer service and get the same bullshit. We're waiting on you, we're thanking you for your patience and all of that, trying to get in touch with the passenger to give him his cat back. And for the driver, it may not be worth all of the extra effort. Now, I don't know where they found the cat, but according to the article, it states that they did get the cat back extremely exhausted and covered in fleas. 2 days later. So where was this cat at? Did the driver get out of the vehicle, notice it was a cat there, and just took that damn carry and sat it anywhere? Sat it on the side of the road somewhere? Had he had the cat in his house or in his garage? Where was the cat at for 2 days? I am very curious about that, because they say they found the cat 2 days later on October 2nd, covered in fleas and exhausted. But just wanted to run this story by you because this is a clear-cut example of what can happen in this business when they throw all human interaction out of the window in an attempt to save money by having everybody talking to robots, artificial intelligence, and customer service. Now, all of us in rideshare, no matter how long you've been driving, because Uber and Lyft particularly Uber started this shit from the very beginning. They have never wanted to talk to us. Now, they, for a short time, did have hub offices in some of the larger markets. They've gotten rid of all of those. Uber and Lyft know they pay us like shit, know they treat us like shit. So the last thing they want to do is get in contact, have us get in contact with them so we can go to hell off with them. So they deliberately make it very difficult for you to get in contact with actual humans. And when you get the automated messages from them, oftentimes they have nothing to do with what you're trying to contact them with. I'm going to assume this pet owner experienced that frustration firsthand, where he's constantly talking about a missing pet, which should be a major issue of importance. Somebody talking about you got something that is living in a Lyft vehicle, that should instantly get, reach to higher echelons and be considered to be very important. But AI, some automated customer service situation doesn't know the importance of it. So they're constantly giving him the run around and putting this, treating this call like shit. Fortunately for him, he went to the internet, it went viral, and that got some attention of David Risher, or whatever the hell his name is, the CEO of Lyft, and he did what it took to get this guy's pet back. I wanted to ask you folks before we wrap it up, has anybody ever left a living animal or kid in the back of your car? Now, obviously, a child, you want to get that child back as soon as possible because you're borderline on committing crimes if you don't return a living kid back as soon as possible. But a pet, It's a different story. It's a different story. I don't know what legal obligation. Somebody leaves a puppy in your vehicle and you pull over, open up the door, and let the puppy go out. I don't know if you're legally obligated to do anything more than that. I don't know if you can be charged with neglect if you open up the door and let a puppy out. I certainly do not believe any driver should be responsible for returning something back to a customer at the driver's expense. There should be an automatic return charge for you having to go back to a customer's location. But let me know, have you had somebody leave something in your vehicles? Hopefully not living, but even purse, wallet, umbrella, shit like that. Did the customer contact you? And if so, when you returned it, were you rewarded at all? Or did you drive 10, 15 miles across town only to hear the passenger say, thank you for returning my item, and you having to eat the entire expense of it? I'd love to hear your comments on it. It's your boy Tim, as always. Subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.